Hey, assalamualaikum everyone. So welcome back to this Pepe Part 2 update, and let's drop in some gospel. And here we are. So I've talked about Bitcoin just a while ago, and I think Bitcoin is pretty decent. Okay, I've actually mentioned the fact that Bitcoin broke above the all-time high, which was $69,000. And what happened is that if I zoom in here, look at Bitcoin. I'm just gonna tell you this so that I want to just tell you overall on the market. I'm very bullish actually. So rejection here, move down, rejection there, move down. Okay, two rejection. And finally, if we zoom into the current time, you made a new all-time high to 73,000, and you're backtesting, and probably you have five 5.5 more hours to close the candle. And in the next 5.5 hours, if you kind of come up and close up to 70,000 again, then that's pretty much a bullish engulfing and a perfect retest as well. And that means we may continue to push up. And the second idea is that the EMA is also, which is the 20 now. Look at the red one, okay? So you're holding that red 20 EMA on the daily, which also is acting as a massive support at the moment. So that means Pepe is kind of mirroring Bitcoin right now. So I want to kind of bring in this EMAs. I know I talked about the rising wedge, and but there's a room of actually seeing that Pepe can hold this 20, right? If it does end up holding the 20 successfully and try to pop out of it and continue like this, then the uptrend may actually continue, and we may even see Pepe continue to go again to wherever it wants to go. All of this not because of Pepe, but because of what Bitcoin is doing right now. So if Bitcoin behaves, if Bitcoin remains strong and it starts to push up from here, because I'm not very bearish, to be honest with you, overall in the market. I'm not even though the market is pumped, but I'm not still very bearish. In fact, I'm not very bearish for this year in 2024. Maybe if Bitcoin does make it up to 85,000, because there's a target for Bitcoin which I'm giving, which is actually $85,000, and even beyond that, hopefully 100 and 150 in the future. But if Bitcoin actually tries to get to $85,000, it's going to be really hard for Pepe to be dragged down. But if Bitcoin, here's the part, if Bitcoin does a crossover, and you gotta listen to this carefully, it does a crossover of the 10 and the 20, that's when it may dip down to the 55, which is nearly 58 to 56, okay? And then maybe just visit the 55 and go back up, right? In that scenario, that's when we may see that this 10 and the 20 as well get destroyed, and Pepe also goes down and visit nearly 44.51, which is the rising wedge technical target, right? So that's all. Keep an eye on Bitcoin, and then keep an eye on Pepe, because these two are really mirroring one another on the EMAs this time around. And that's all for the part 2. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm going to see you the next one in the office.